Bride-to-be, we have a special guest with us today. Wedding planner Kim Moody is back. She's joining us today to show us some of the hottest bridal trends for the fall, for this time of year. It's great to see you, Kim. Welcome back.
You too. Welcome.
And
we
clearly,
got the memo.
Yes, we did. Memo, right?
It's a purpley kind of day.
That's right.
I'm the accent pillow in this friendship. Is
And
what's
we
going
need
on.
that. We need that.
This is really exciting time. You know, Kristen's got so many decisions that she's been making that she has yet to make. So this kind of inspiration is a lot of fun.
It is. And this year we really want to focus on fall being a time that's not so literal. I think a lot of times people think about hay bales and wheat and pumpkins and all that, and it doesn't have to be so literal. So we want to take you through some of the harvest type traditions and the new looks for fall for this year to be right on trend.
Starting with cuisine, these look delicious.
Yes, so these are from our friends at Sharper Palette in Richmond here. So one of the things that is really big for this year, as always, is to support local businesses. So I encourage you with your wedding planning to support small businesses rather than the big boxes. So this is from Sharper Palette here in Richmond. We've got a smoked salmon on a pumpernickel crostini, and then a butternut squash with herbed oil, chili oil, and daikon sprouts.
Yum.
So
and look at how easy.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Look at how easy they are. Cheers to just, I mean, it really is a shooter. Watch this thing come out and it'll be like, can I do this at a party?
Yeah. So this is something that we would show during cocktail hour.
That's the same thing I do at the reception, folks. So.
I would top the bottom, but I'm not sure it would all come out at once.
Sort of plated and butlered at the
I'll come back
cocktail
to you
hour.
later.
Little taste, little taste.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I feel the hot chili sauce. That's what made it in. So that's
It
good.
smells really well.
So
Kim,
then-
that's fun to take those cues from this time of year.
Right, so that's part of the harvest theme. And then in attire, what's big in gowns is the laced overlay.
You get closer so you can see
wanna
this up
touch it.
close.
Yeah. So pretty,
This
but I
is
don't
a
wanna put
very
my
soft
fingerprints on
chantilly
it.
lace, and it's got the scallop neckline and this a little bit of skin peeking out, but very conservative. And then the scallop trim and the scalloped edging here. But what's great about this gown is this plunging back here with the button detail coming down there. And then it's fun to just see how a sash can change the look of a gown. So a gown like this that doesn't have any beading or crystals, you can just really play off of the something blue for weddings here
isn't that
by adding a
lovely?
belt. This slate blue is a big new color for fall.
And I saw someone do this at a wedding recently, Kim, where they had this gorgeous dress, and she's like, "But wait, I have a sash to put on this." And I thought, well, that's going to be just, you know, gilding the lily there. And it was beautiful. It's gorgeous. And these are still very classic.
Yes. Right. And so all of these gowns are from our friends at Bliss Bridal Consignment here in Richmond. So that's another fun thing for fall is buying a gown that obviously has been worn once for somebody else's wedding. You can usually get it for about half the price as retail, which is very exciting. It helps you stay within your budget amount or your investment amount that you want for your wedding and get very current looks.
And that's a really good point, because I actually stopped by Bliss and found my dress there, and the ladies that I worked with were amazing. I told them the price point. I kind of went from, you know, point A to point B, like top of the budget to bottom, and they met me right in the middle, and they found it, and it was perfect. And we even had some add-ons, and it just made the dress look even better.
They're fantastic, and it's another thing about working with a small business. This one here is a plunging neckline, a lot more beading and crystals, and the belt is made in on this one. You can also put a larger belt over it if you'd like, but this sleeve here is really in. It's got kind of that Gatsby 1920s feel to it. And then moving over to this one with the illusion neckline here, it's basically got a skin tone lace so that it looks like the lace is just laying on your body, which is beautiful.
So I have a question before, oh, you're turning that one around, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
And then
Can we get in close enough to see how the skin tone theme, well, detailing, continues there? So where it's lace, and it's supposed to be lace, look at that, the buttons are white, and then on skin tone, you have a flesh color.
Right, and this
That
is
is out
beautiful,
of
just kind of
sight.
helps move your eye around, so you would definitely want to do an updo with this type of gown. And talking about updos, what's new in hair and makeup for fall is My hair was done this morning at Oh Dark 30 by the Lou Stevens Glam Squad, so
And I can't stop looking at the back of it. It's like you have little loose tendrils out there.
Oh, look at that, how beautiful that is.
So their master stylist, Amanda, did this. She's the CEO over there, and the braids are an exciting thing for fall. They've been kind of gaining momentum the last couple seasons, but this fall, that's sort of the biggest thing on Pinterest is bridal braids, and then this low bun here. And then as far as makeup goes, natural makeup highlights, heavy eye, heavy fake eyelashes, heavy eye makeup, and then bold or pink lips. So those are big.
But you know, I don't feel, even though you called that heavy eye, Kim, it doesn't look like it's necessarily a nighttime look. You still look fresh. You just look put together.
So that's one of the things in bridal. I think a lot of times people are not accustomed to wearing a lot of makeup, and then on their wedding day there's this sort of stigma that you should be very made over, and that's not necessarily the case. The girls at the Glam Squad and a lot of the other great businesses here in Richmond, they do airbrush, so that has a lot lighter texture than caking on heavy makeup that we might have been used to 15 years ago. So all of the overall skin tone look is airbrushed on, and then the colors are highlighted in, and then the heavy eyes are basically just layered up brown, and then highlights there at the tips.
So I have a question and probably a word to the wise.
I'm taking notes.
Okay, question.
Okay.
Kristen, any of these kind of in our wheelhouse? Don't tell us exactly what it looks like, but are we somewhere near what you're...
Oh, the dress?
Yes.
Let's say it's a combination of all three. We have a little something from each one, and the makeup. I haven't decided yet on the fake eyelashes, but I love your look. I didn't even know that they were fake this morning. They just look like they kind of brightened you up, like you said, and it looks almost natural. And the pink lip pops.
Yeah.
I like that.
That was going to be my question suggestion. You mentioned most brides are not typically wearing as much makeup, so if you do opt for those enhanced eyelashes, then maybe practice with them, because honestly it feels like you are wearing a hat on your eyes the first time you do it, right? So,
and let them mold to your eye maybe
Yes.
24 hours beforehand.
It's not your first rodeo.
That way it'll be easier to put on. No, that's just the tips that I've heard.
That's what I was going to say. The
That's what
girls
she
would
told
probably get on me for calling those fake eyelashes, but really it's your eye enhancement, and in person it's not as noticeable as you think it would be, but in photos you certainly need that
Oh,
extra.
it's shebang.
Exactly.
I'm going to tiptoe this way so that I don't block your pretty display.
Perfect.
But you've got more to see here in terms of, this is actually called something, isn't it?
Right, so this is majestic linen. So what we're going to look at next is fall colors. So not just what we're wearing here, but things that are in the purple tones, claret, merlot, the wines, that type of thing, ivory, and then again for the metals palette this fall, it's going to be a lot of rose gold, coppers, and then dark metals. So for accessories, let's talk about those.
Okay.
So rose gold is big. So this is a shoe here from our retail store in Trend in Carytown. Again, shopping local. These are a made in the USA shoe. The black version and the rose gold, and then just, this is some rose gold fashion jewelry, nothing expensive at all, but it has a really nice look, and you can kind of imagine putting that on for a great accent. And then over to the black, Kendra Scott is still very big, and that two-color tone filigree is big for this fall with the black.
That's something definite. I haven't really seen a whole lot of that yet in terms of jewelry, so that's really cool. We have like 45 seconds and this magical table setting over here.
Yes, so this is from our friends at Rent-Equip in Colonial Heights. What's big here that I want to note is the copper flatware. And the Expect chairs, that kind of has a fall look without being too rustic, so that's a little bit more of a tailored look.
I was wondering how you did that.
Yeah, and then floral design from our team at Moody Designs. We do fresh flowers and wedding planning in-house, so just kind of playing with some pops of color with a more neutral palette, and then this sort of Dutch-inspired greenery, building the textures of greenery is a big thing for this fall.
Great stuff, Kim. We'll take it all.
I'm trying.
Put it in the
just
truck.
pack
We're
it up.
taking it
Let's
home.
go.
That's right.
I need her.
I'm very excited for Kristen, and thank you so much. This is super duper. Nice preview of what's to come. Always a pleasure having you. Thanks for being back with us.